What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pete plays TCG, and as my good friend Joey here would say, he plays the fuck out of TCGs. Welcome back to Yappin Wit Yonkos. We got Joey back in the pod. Hopefully, this time the audio does not sound like absolute dog shit. He's very unfamiliar face. I know you guys probably are thinking like, man, I've never seen this guy before. But let me introduce you to Mr. Not Pirates TCG. Welcome back. Welcome. How are you?
What's up, guys? I'm Joey. I'm Heart Pirates' brother. Yeah, good to meet you guys.
Yeah, because Joey's a man to his word. He would never quit something and come back to it. So obviously he had to get his twin brother to come back and take over. And
Yeah,
not take over because he's already up to 10K subs, right, on YouTube, Mr. Not Pirates.
the rebranding is insane, bro. It's a crazy. Don't call it a comeback story. Don't call it a comeback story.
Oh shoot. Well, I will tell you personally, I am definitely happy to have you back in the space. I'm sure there's tons of people. I've already seen quite a few people in comment section of your last couple videos, which if you guys haven't checked him out yet, go and check it out. He was also on Pop One Podcast. Shout out to those guys. Their stuff is really done well. The good quality questions, good quality audio, video. It seemed like the vibe was pretty good too. Like you guys meshed pretty well in
They were super cool. It
that
was my
pod.
first
But
time meeting them. Yeah, they were friends with my homies
Josh,
from Discord. Yeah, they're friends with Josh. So it was my first time meeting him. It was my first time meeting everyone in like Josh's crew, and they were super cool. Apparently, they've been fans of the channel for a while too, so that helped. But they were just really down to earth, like good people. I definitely support them in all their endeavors into the going into the future.
definitely, I'll make sure I link that pod too in the description, so you guys go catch that if you haven't seen it already. So, uh, let's like get right back into the nitty gritty of it. The first thing I want to talk about, we could talk about Mr. Joey, aka Heart Pirates, aka Not Pirates, aka if you know, you know, the snake oil salesman. Uh, let's go with the origin story a little bit about Joey. Why don't you tell us about how you originally got into the One Piece card game?
Yeah, yeah. I'll keep it brief because I've said it a couple times, but and I'm sure that's like gonna segue into something. But
Yeah.
yeah, I started playing card games with my brothers when I was a kid, and I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I when I was in basic training, right after I got out of basic training, I started playing a ton of Hearthstone. Hearthstone was so much fun, bro. I used to play this like no minion mage deck. It was like a super luck based deck. It's crazy because it's not normally like the type of decks I play. But for anyone that played Hearthstone, you don't play with any characters in your deck, and the spells, like the events that you would cast, would play just like random characters from the deck. So it was like super fucking funny because it was just so random and wacky. So I love that. Got out of card games for a while, and then when I was in the military, I picked back up on Yu-Gi-Oh around like Sky Striker format. And my friends in Kansas City, the only reason I really like I played Yu-Gi-Oh because it was like fun, but my friends in Kansas City like carried the experience for me. I mean, we would have like 50, 60 people locals, and then after locals we would go to Denny's on like a Friday night. And we would just like be like, shooting the shit, talking, having a good time. We had like 20 people rolling deep on Denny's, just having a good time, making the wait staff like obviously miserable because it's like 20 of us, right? And I drink a lot of water, so I was like, "Can you just bring me like two or three waters so you don't have to come back to me?"
Bro.
But that whole experience like just kind of reminded me. I was like, you know what, man? Like I really miss the card game scene. Like I really do. So when my brother and I picked up starter decks and started playing like shortly after, I was like, I just miss the community for like Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm hoping the community is like just as like cool as the um Kansas City Yu-Gi-Oh community was. And luckily back in Jacksonville, like I got it, man. Like everyone was fucking great. I loved them. But yeah, that's pretty much my like the abbreviated version of it.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it brief, keep it simple. I mean, I'm sure you talked about it quite a bit. I'm gonna get into the thing I'm sure the people want to know the most. They they know you stepped away. They know you had some quarrels with the game. But the question is like, at what point did you really start to feel the burnout? And was it the content creation in addition to playing at a high level that was causing you to burn out, or was it the community on top of like your own personal situation? If you wouldn't mind to like elaborate that a little bit for the people.
That's a great question, man. And I like that is actually such a good question. So I'm gonna say this. So I love making videos. I really do, especially because I feel like I fit a niche. The Pop One podcast actually said this, and I didn't even think about it. But I fit a niche that wasn't really explored and still isn't really like kind of explored in the One Piece card game. And it's just like breaking things down, talking about like guides and tips, and like trying to make like bad decks good with like obviously someone that's like a more experienced player and like someone that's like pretty versatile in deck building, which is why I was just telling you about that Sanji deck that I'm building. But
Yeah, yeah,
so I think that's fun. But the problem is I really started feeling the burnout when it felt like my skill didn't exactly matter in a lot of the games that I played. And that pretty much happened right after OP10, which is like EBO2. And it felt like as soon as Giant became like Gum Gum Giant became like a super relevant card in the meta that was like really hard to like play around. I know you could like I know that you can play around it, right? By swinging a bunch of sixes or sevens and trying to bait it out, but sometimes you just don't have the time to be able
sure,
to like successfully get all the cards out of their hand and like bait out their counter. Like sometimes the deck is too fast, like GP a lot of the times, where it's like it's too fast for you to slow down the game and bait a bunch of sixes out of their hand. And even if you do that, they're playing with so many like so much Dawn and so many big characters that they can just trade into your board very efficiently. So if you're not playing a giant deck, then you're probably going to lose. And it's like really tough because they can also, plus cost on their characters with stage. So it was just really tough. And it felt like even if I played like GP or UP, um, the games kind of came down to just how many giants did you see, and did you see Luna? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see Luna in the time that you needed to see
yeah.
Luna? And that's not fun. That was not fun to me at all. And so EBO2, I basically stepped away. I was like, this shit is not fun, pretty much at all. I was also going through some personal shit too, just like in my own life. I was working at a job that I just didn't really like. It felt like kind of a dead end job. So I was like, I'm gonna take a huge break from card games. I'm gonna take a break from YouTube. I'm gonna focus on getting my real estate license. I'm gonna focus on, like just kind of getting my life back together. But when I stepped away, I was doing even worse, honestly, for those of you guys who don't even know. Um, so for a while because I just didn't really have like a sense of purpose. As far as the community
I
goes,
get that.
I think the community is actually great. I think most of the community is like really cool. Now, obviously, with my situation with the whole political thing that I wanted to talk about, one, bro, I really do regret like saying anything about it because I fucking hate being known for that. Like, I really do. I really just want to be like friendly with like everyone. Even like trans people. Like, when I see them or meet them in person, I'm like always respectful and nice to them. It really does suck that
Yeah,
like I am branded as that because I really don't give a fuck. But the hard part that made it annoying about the community is some people that I really wanted to reach out to. Obviously they're like, "Oh, you're a brand liability or whatever," right? Which made it kind of annoying because it's like, bro, like I'm literally just trying to make One Piece content. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to fucking go to
yeah,
a fucking Trump. I'm not trying to go to a Trump rally, which is like whatever. So that part of the community was really annoying because it felt like the people I didn't know, I always anytime I like wanted to like engage with them or interact with them, I'm like either they're gonna like there's a 50-50 chance that like they're gonna like not fuck with me because of like the things they heard about me, or if they do like me secretly they don't want like their supporters to know because then it's bad for them like brand wise, which is actually a lot of people, by the way, and I'm not going
yeah,
to name any names because it's just like there's no point. But there's a lot of people in the community that say they don't like me that actually really like me, so which is hilarious to me. I'm not going to rat them out because I think they're cool and I talk to them at events sometimes. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, like all those questions?
No, yeah, no, I think you answered that really well. I will say, like, in addition to what you're saying, like, in all fairness, too, the things that, like, about the trans shit that got leaked out to the community, it was literally, like, private messages in a private Discord. You know, like, in your own personal Discord.
Nah,
And
I'm
I'm
sorry to disagree with you. It was a big
no,
Discord.
no,
Like it
you're
was
fine,
like
you're
I had
fine.
like 3,000 members. I had like 3,000 members in the Discord.
Right.
Honestly, I'm so used to my like opinion not mattering that like when like I was one of the biggest names in the community, me finally having an opinion that people actually cared about. Um, I didn't really know how to like handle it. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely stupid to say
Yeah, I
that
get
in
it.
such a big Discord. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not like I don't necessarily agree with that lifestyle, but like I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna shun you or treat you badly because like you're partaking in that lifestyle. It's just stupid that I came out and said that so openly in front of so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I get it. I get it. Like, you know, I don't know. The thing that just rubs me the wrong way is like you can't. You should not saying that. I'm sure there's different ways to approach situations, right? But like at the same time, you're also entitled to your opinion. So if you're voicing something that you don't agree with, I think that's all right. Like I don't fucking like tomatoes, so I'll tell people I don't like fucking tomatoes. So don't give me fucking tomatoes. It's that simple. All right,
Can I tell you a
but
funny
moving
story about
on.
tomatoes?
Yeah,
Can I
go
tell you a
ahead,
funny story about
please, please.
tomatoes?
I fucking
When
hate
I was
tomatoes
in
so
pre
much.
when I was
Yeah.
in pre-K, I went to this school called I think it was called Head Start. They told me that they obviously gave us like a hamburger for lunch, and they told me that if I didn't eat my hamburger with the tomato on it, then I can't go outside for recess. So I literally for like a week
Oh,
straight was like crying inside the fucking building because I wouldn't eat that fucking tomato off my burger. And I'm like watching everyone like play and shit, and after like a week of me like not eating the tomato, they were like, "Okay, bro, just go outside." Like they could not
bro,
fucking
that's
put that
fucking.
tomato
Hey,
in my mouth, bro.
homie stuck to his guns though. He's like, I'm not eating that fucking
I've
tomato,
been stubborn since I was
bro.
a
You know
kid,
what's,
bro. I swear to God, I won't eat ketchup to
brother?
this day, bro. No ketchup, no tomatoes.
You know what's crazy is like we won't eat tomatoes. Well, I'm speaking for myself. Like, I won't eat tomatoes, but I'll eat ass. Like it's just crazy. Anyway,
It's actually well, I won't do either, but hey, I still respect the hustle, bro. I still respect the hustle.
you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the gangster, bro. All right, let's see.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to like ignore you, discredit. I'm like checking my notes because I'm fucking so scatterbrained. All right,
do your thing,
so
man. We're homies, bro. I've loved you for a
dude,
long time, man. Just do the pod that you
yeah,
want
I
to do.
know, man. You're no, no, you're my dog, bro. I just want to make sure, like, that the people know that, like, I have to fucking keep track, or else I'm gonna be all over the fucking place. So,
Hmm.
during your downtime, right? Like, what were you doing? Obviously, you said you were working on yourself, right? You weren't doing card games. You weren't doing content, as far as I know, because I still was talking to you pretty regularly. But
Yeah.
not everyone knows like what Joey was doing during his downtime. So why don't you tell everybody that while you took that hiatus, what were you doing during all
Yeah,
that?
dude, this was like on this was a not a lot of people know this actually, very few people know this, but I started playing blackjack at the casino and I started counting cards. And I was doing pretty good at first. I was like making a decent amount of money and then I started losing a lot. Losing a lot, a lot, a lot. And so that was really bad. But I was working at this company. I'm not gonna say the company, but it's a very big company. I was working there, and it just like wasn't working out as much as I wanted to and between like that not working out super well and then the company was great. It's just like the position I was in felt like a pretty like low opportunity position when I thought it was going to be a lot higher opportunity.
Yeah,
So I ended up leaving there and I stopped playing One Piece and I was just like gambling and I was like going out and fucking drinking. Like I was at first like working on myself, like getting my real estate license working and like working out. And then I just hit like a really bad slope where I was just in a bad spot. I was losing money gambling. I was fucking doing this, doing that. Um I started like kind of losing myself a lot. I started fucking just doing just all the stupid shit, just spending money I didn't have, like this and that. It was just a really
I
really
get that.
bad couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like when it rains, it pours type shit.
I do, brother. I totally understand. Man. I mean, that's kind of like I have for my own shit, man. Like, I was battle. I mean, I'm still battling it because the fucking VA is absolutely atrocious, to say the
Yeah,
least.
the
Like,
EA is horrible,
I
man.
had to like, I had to fucking cuss at a lady today just to be like, hey, I'm like fucking screaming to you guys, I need help, and you guys aren't fucking helping me. I'm like, I have like fucking horrible PTSD. I need therapy. You know what my next therapy appointment is, Joey? January
2 months from now,
15th.
January. Yep,
So I'm
sounds
like,
about right, bro. And I
I'm
was
like,
telling you this
I was like,
in text, man. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sorry, go on.
No, no, no. I was gonna say like it took me like basically cussing at this lady like, when the fuck are you guys gonna help me? To be like, oh, I didn't realize that you were a combat veteran. I'm like, how the fuck like do you pull my record and not know that? You
It's
know.
literally like in
So
your ERB, it's
she's
in
like,
your
oh.
fucking DD 214. Like they should know this.
Bro, I mean, I only have 30 months deployed, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just it was a whole nut roll. So now like they're referring me to like a PTSD specialist, which I'm like, thank fucking God. You're like, oh, I didn't realize that'd be something you're interested in. I'm like, are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me,
dude.
dude? Like,
Like,
come on.
and, and,
I
and
literally told her I know why veterans kill themselves now.
yeah, and bro, like, and the sad part is I was in a similar situation. Now, I obviously haven't gone through nearly as much as you have, but I was in a similar situation where I was just like
Everyone's heart's
really needing
different.
help. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I'm saying like I was in a position where I really needed help. When I was going through that kind of bad time where I was like gambling and drinking and fucking doing all this stupid shit,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, okay. One day I woke up, I was like, okay, I need fucking help. I need help. And when you have that like epiphany that you need help and you need to like kind of change the situation that you're in, you kind of need to capitalize on that momentum. So I called the VA and I was like, hey,
100%.
um, I really need to get like some traction going with my life. I need to fix my life. Is there someone that you can refer me to that's like relatively soon so I can kind of start picking up the pieces and kind of move on and take some steps forward? And they go, sorry, the only thing that we can do is get you an intro appointment about 2 months from now. In the meantime, you can always do like walk-ins at the VA, but the walk-ins are like fucking terrible. They basically ask like, are you suicidal? How much do you want to kill yourself? And then they're like,
Oh, bro.
and that's it. Like you don't get that, like you don't build the rapport with your like with with a consistent provider. So every time that you go in as a walk-in, because I've done it before, you go to a new fucking person and they go, do you want to kill yourself?
There's no
How
consistency.
much do you want to kill yourself? When's the last time you had suicidal ideation? It's like, bro, like this is like not fucking helping me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes it worse. It's like, and they should know. I know we're on a bit on of a rant, but I don't give a fuck. This is my podcast. We do
Yeah, bro.
what we
Like who
want here.
cares? You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, but like, but no, like the thing is like, after you're in the military, you're so used to that fucking consistency. It's like, and to not get it, it makes things harder. Like, bro, like I have to do things a certain way, or I'm like, I literally like I help my wife out at her work, and I sweep like I'm still in the army, bro. Like I like walk one way and then I fucking turn and then I put like I have to do it like in like a fucking, it has to be like the length of like it's fucking psychopathic, but like that's just like how my brain like receives that shit, man. I have
Hmm.
to do things a certain way. So when you don't
Yeah,
have that, you get that consistency for so long, and then you don't have it. It's fucking weird.
it is weird, bro.
Uh yeah. All right. So to get back on track, actually, real quick, I'm gonna fix this door real quick, Joey. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, I am back. So moving on. Uh, back to the topic about you, and during your break, do you think there's any misconceptions that people think? Excuse me. Let me rephrase how I say this. Do you think there's any misconceptions anyone had about you and about why you left? I think I worded that a little bit better.
Yes, yeah,
Probably
dude,
not great.
that's a great fucking question. So, there's one misconception people have about me, not about why I left. The one is they think I'm this like fucking like scum of the earth dude. I am probably one of, and
Which is
I can
crazy.
and I implore you to ask anyone that has ever met me at a regional. I am the one of the nicest people you will ever meet. Right? I will never
Brother, I just spent 5 days with you. And that's like,
like
I know.
yeah, like I legit like never go out of my way to like disrespect people. I did that one time, and like obviously, like that was fucked. I already know that. But for the most part, like I am a very like genuine person. Now, the reason people think that I left is because like I can't deal with like the community like backlashing me or whatever, which is like kind of true, but also not really anymore. It's like, yes, that affects me. It affects everyone, bro. If people do not like you, of course it's gonna affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like if like
it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, like if there's like people in the space that like no matter what you do or say or like just fucking hate you, it does make it a little bit harder to like be around like these people, which is like kind of shitty. But that's not really that's not the reason why I left. The reason I left is I wasn't having any fun with One Piece. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and the people that don't like me are in the minority. More people like me than that don't like me. And how I know this is because I have lost probably like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I probably lost like 3,000 followers, like subscribers. I could probably be at like 14, 15,000 right now, but I still have like almost 11,000 subscribers, like 10.3, 10.4, something like that. So more people like me.
I think it was like 10.4 last time I checked.
Yeah, something like that. More people like me than don't like me. So like I really have a great community and people love me and I love them, which is great. So that's not the reason why I left. It's not because like I feel like the community turned their back on me. It's not true. People have supported me in all types of ways. People have done coaching with me. People have bought my Metafies. People have subscribed to Patreon. Like people, like I'm very blessed and thankful for the community and the support I've had from the One Piece community. The reason I left is because One Piece has been taking less and less skill every single format for the last like almost 6 months now, and making videos.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah, making videos has been boring because it's like if you're not playing a deck that counters Gum Gum Giant, you have almost no chance of winning any game. Or you have no chance of doing well at any regional, which is pretty much all I care about. My locals in Vegas is not nearly as fun as my locals in Jacksonville was. And there's some cool people here in Vegas, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel as close to them as I felt with like my Jacksonville people. So if I'm not like playing in regionals and seeing success in regionals, and I'm not going to locals and I'm not having fun making videos, like why would I play? I wasn't. I didn't play for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So,
I know. Yeah. I mean, me and Drew have a whole like unreleased pod of us just bitching about EVO2, and like unironically, I think like a week later, I topped my first regional. It's just so funny. Like, but it wasn't even with that Gum Gum Giant deck. It was literally with an L, which is so funny.
Go.
Oh shoot. Okay. Now that we kind of like cleared the air a little bit about who you are, why you took your break. I don't know if that's like
no, don't, bro.
We're not gonna say it. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, come on now. I'm not washed, bro. I'm gonna top like if I don't top. Okay, I'll say this, bro. If I don't top in OP13, then I am washed. Straight up washed, bro. Like if I don't get at least like one, one top 16, then I'm washed.
I literally don't see a world where you don't top in 13. Those decks are fucking crazy, and we'll talk about those.
It's a triangle meta. Triangle metas do take more skill, so that's what I'm saying. Like right now, the jungle meta takes like almost no skill. It's just like a matchup bracket lottery. Like, oh, did I play all my bet? You know what I'm saying? And and it kind of goes like that. But in OP13, if I don't top an OP13, I'm actually garbage at this game, bro. Straight up. No offense to anyone that doesn't top an OP13.
Hey, listen. And like a lot of people understand, like they're not like probably as high a level player as you know what I mean? Like, what do you have, 8 serials, right, or something like that?
No, I wish I had 8 serials. That'd be great. I have 3 serials and 5 overall top 8s.
Okay, sorry, that was my
2 top 8s at Treasure Cups and then 3 top 8s at regionals.
Which now Treasure Cup's got cereals, baby. So now it's worth playing in.
Bro, if I can get that cereal Zoro, that would.
My god,
bro, that shit is gonna be legit like 20 grand, bro. It has low population.
That's just gonna be so
playable leader, great art, cool character. People love the character. That's like everyone's favorite Straw Hat. People like Zoro more than fucking Luffy, bro. That shit is gonna be at least like 20 bands. If you get like a fucking 007 Zoro. That shit is probably like 50K. That shit's selling for as much as like the Nationals like first place card. It's gonna be orgasmic, dog.
This is gonna be crazy. Oh,
I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking jizz in my pants.
Oh, dude, for real. Take pics. Anyways, what brought you back to the game, Mr. Heart Pirates?
That's a great question. So one, I miss my homies and traveling to events. It's a lot of fun.
Valid.
I love doing it. Now I don't travel to all the events, but whenever I feel like comfortable more so with the meta, and I feel like I can just immediately make my money back pretty much in any tournament that I go to, then usually I try to go to most of them because I just feel like bare minimum I get a top 64, right? And the top 64 is like $300 or whatever, plus like the promotion cards. Like you're looking at, like 300, $400, like whatever. And then on top of like anything else that you get. So the Serial Zoro brought me back because that's like that's a big payday right there. If I can
That's
get
a
one
big
of those,
one, bro.
that's,
Like, I mean,
gonna be,
to be
yeah,
fair, that whole lineup of cards is like
that's gonna be at least
they
like
just
25K.
look, brother. There's so much money right there to be made. Like
Yeah,
even just the top 64 fucking Luffy, it's a
yeah,
playable 4-drop that gets played in silvers, and silvers is
yeah.
still a meta contender. So
And
I don't
and
know.
and look at
There's definitely money to be
and
made.
yeah, look at Cavendish, bro. Cavendish was a top 16 card, and that was a playable card, and obviously it's like splashable in a lot of different decks. But it was selling from anywhere from like 600 to like 1400 or something, right? The Luffy and the Tashigi are super playable cards, and that what I'm saying, like that's gonna be huge. There's another, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's
100%.
it's the Sanji too, the 3/6 Sanji. I think that's like the top 8 card. Um, I mean that's another playable splashable card.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
I
gonna be
think.
money, but
Yeah.
not only did like the greed bring me back as far as like winning prize cards, but just when I was
Pot
in
of
Dallas,
greed.
man, like I would draw 2 cards. I summoned Magic Force. Draw 2. Have you seen that shit? That video? Draw 2.
Yeah, that shit's so funny,
I
bro.
summoned Pot of Greed to draw 2 cards. That video is so funny, bro.
That's not how that
Um,
works.
it's not how, bro. VR is actually like the funniest shit of all time, bro. I
That
used to get on
shit's so
VR
funny,
chat
bro. It
with my
really is.
homies, and we were just like dressed as like the most retarded looking people. We go around. Oh my god, it's funny, bro. But no,
That shit's
but when I
gas,
was in
bro.
Dallas. When I was in Dallas, man, like with you and like all the other homies that I was talking to, and then a lot of people that like just knew me from the channel, and just talking to them, meeting them, and just like playing again. Fucking hand shuffling is actually like
Hand
crack, bro.
shuffling, bro.
When
It's
you
so big. I love it,
when
dude.
you fucking shuffle the fucking hand, bro, it just feels orgasmic, dog. Like something about hand shuffling is just so
Yeah.
fucking nice. And so like all just kind of being back in that scene and spending like 2 to 3. I was actually with you. I got there Wednesday because I wanted to spend some extra time with you guys. But yeah, man, like spending like 2 to 4 days like with your homies and just like traveling to different cities and having a good time, and everyone like going there and like practicing and like working towards a common goal. It's just so much fun, man. I feel like I can't stay away, man. I feel like I really just can't stay away. And I hear you fucking
It's
shuffling your hand
addicting.
right now. It's fucking
Yeah, well,
nice.
no, it's
Yeah,
because
dude.
like you said it, bro, and then like I'm like a crackhead. I have like all this bulk around me. I'm like, I just want to fucking
Yeah.
pull on it.
Yeah, and in my skit with my girlfriend, I was like shuffling the Uno cards or
Oh,
whatever. But yeah, man, I'm sure you feel the same way, right? Like just traveling these events is such
yeah,
a
no,
fucking
I
great
do.
time, man.
It really is, man. And like you really get to know like for so long it's almost like having a long distance relationship, right? Like you're just like communicating, you're like texting or talking through Discord, and then like when you get to actually go and spend that like good quality time, you're like, okay, this is the person that I thought he was, you know what I mean? And you're just making those connections. And dude, like me personally, I love like networking and meeting other people. Like, so like I just talk to everybody, like I think it's so cool. And like there's people that I've seen at events like 2 years ago that still remember me and I remember them, and like we just cut up. Like it could be like fucking 10-15 second interaction, and it makes you feel good, like that you're part of
MP
like
plays
a tight
TCG,
knit
man.
community. Obviously there's some. No, brother. Let me tell you, you motherfuckers, that whole time in that. Oh my God, it's P plays TCG, dude. I
Is
think the
that P
funniest
plays
interaction
TCG, the
was,
YouTuber? Oh, the guy that
brother,
came up to me,
when we
bro.
were in line. Yeah, when we were in line, that was probably top 5 funniest fucking moments on that trip, bro.
Tell
When
them the
you're
story.
like,
Tell the story, bro.
oh, all right. So we're like waiting in line. I think we were trying to go into the venue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the day of the event, so it was Saturday to actually go and like compete in Nats. And we're standing in line, and this guy turns around and he looks at Joe and he goes, "Hey, you look familiar. Are you Heart Pirates?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am." And
I
he's
didn't say
like,
it like
"Oh,
that.
I'm a big fan
I
of your
think so.
channel." Yeah, well, whatever, bro. He, you know, like you're just like, yeah, well, yeah, I think so. And he's like, "Oh, I'm a big, fan of your page or your channel." And like, "Yeah, no, I appreciate you." And he's like, "Actually, like, dude, there's actually another big YouTuber standing right next to me. Do you know like Pete plays TCG?" And that guy looked me in the face and was like, "Sorry." Bro, like, and I'm like, "No, really, it's not a big deal."
Bro,
That shit was so
so
fucking funny,
you know
bro.
why I did that? You know why I did that, bro? Cause I told you the story literally like the night before of when I was hanging out with Small Hat Crew with Chris at, I think it was like Nationals or Orlando.
Are
I
you
don't know
part
which
of the
one, but it was
crew?
like one of the two. Bro, yeah. So this guy comes up to Chris and he's like, big fan, like I love the channel, and like Chris, like I love Chris, but he only had like 3,000 subscribers, and I had like I think like 9 or 10 at this point. So I figured like we had some overlap, and it's not like I was like expecting him to be like, oh, big fan for me, but it was just like the way he looked at me and goes like he like I was like some fucking like fan as well, and he goes, oh, are you part of the crew? And I was like, nah, like I'm not a part of the crew. Like the way he fucking like completely disregarded me was actually so funny to me, bro.
Oh shit.
Me and Chris were fucking cracking up for like 5 minutes about that shit, bro. I miss Chris so much, man. Small Hat Crew, like him and Nick
Oh,
are
excuse me.
and Manny are just great fucking dudes, man. I wanna give a Chris a call sometime soon,
Yeah, I
man.
was gonna
I love
say,
that guy.
did he stop making content? God, now that you
He's
mentioned it, like I
done.
haven't
Yeah,
seen him post a
like
video in a long
it
time.
doesn't make a lot of money, bro. Like it really doesn't. Like the only way you make money is like selling like Metafy guides or
Yeah,
coaching or winning prize cards, like or like some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube really,
yeah.
unless you're getting like 100K fucking views,
Vivi,
like you're not really making shit.
Vivi the goat, dude. We gotta get all the advice from him, but we don't want to take any of the viewership from Vivi. He deserves all the
Yeah.
viewership. He's the goat.
No. Oh, bro, absolutely, bro. Like that's why I tell people like that's why I always try to start like a hype train whenever I watch VV streams. I'll donate like a couple dollars here and there because like one, he deserves
Hmm.
it, and two, it's like I know better than anyone that YouTube really doesn't make as much as people might think. So unless you're getting like consistently like 40,
Yeah,
50K per video and you're doing that like 15 to 20 times a month, like you're not really making anything more than like a grand, which is like, you know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah. And like it's not sustainable. Like for me, like a grand like that fuels my like card addiction, or else I just like fuck probably
Yeah,
dome a
like
case or
it's
something.
nice, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like the don't get me wrong,
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a good
nice
chunk of
little like
change.
lump sum to help like buy cards or whatever. But like an adult, especially if you
Right.
have kids, like
But yeah,
they
you
can't
got
fucking live off a
responsibilities. You
thousand.
can't live
Yeah,
off YouTube, and like especially like a lot of people. There's like misconception. I don't make shit. I want to make that very clear. All right, I think I just broke 100 subs. So
well, you
congratulations to
don't
me.
make anything yet. I
Woo!
mean, to be fair, but like,
I make sure. Yeah, like that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like I just do this shit because I like this, and like I'm really glad that I created this podcast so that I can do this and connect like with more
it's fun,
people
right?
too. Like
Yeah, it's fun.
yeah, no, I really do. I really do enjoy it. Like it's like challenging. It's like trying to find the space when to do this, like how to navigate. And like when you told me that you and Vivi were gonna make a tier list video, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like I'm not. I'm staying away from that.
Nah, honestly, bro,
Um,
you could make it because I feel like my tier list is like low key kind of ass, bro. Like I don't know, like uh, I haven't my tier list haven't really been super accurate ever since maybe like OP10. My OP10, my OP like 8, 9, and 10 tier lists were pretty accurate. Everything after that, every
hmm
deck I predicted that was gonna be good, like BY Nami. I predicted Pudding was gonna be like pretty good. Like it hasn't really like come
brother.
true necessarily. So I don't know. I'm not like super great at tier lists anymore. I don't understand like like I don't
Here's the
understand the
thing,
game
though.
anymore.
Here's the thing. BY Nami on paper should be fucking good.
That's
That
what
deck
I
should
was
be
just
so
telling
good.
Vivi that,
It
bro. I
makes
don't
me
understand
so
how that deck is
fucking
not
mad.
good. It seems like it has everything. It has heal. It has fucking draw power. It's a 7K leader defensively. Like it has like
Yeah.
hella removal, bro. That I just played. I was just playing Zoro Sanji against BY Nami, and literally not a single. Bro, I felt
Yeah.
fucking helpless. Like when I played against you, Blackbeard versus not Bonnie. Like
Oh,
not
yeah.
one
Yeah.
character stuck to the board, bro. I played a Cavendish. He no
Oh my
coded. I
god.
played a Cavendish plus a fucking Tashigi. He no code, bounce it, and then Zeus my Cav. Like bro, I like couldn't keep shit on the field, dude. I was like, fuck. Like how is shit bad? I
Bro,
don't know.
speaking of that fucking Bonnie and Blackbeard game, you have to send me that fucking picture. And I'll
Oh my
post
god,
it
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
everyone can
so
see it. That shit is so fucking.
let me say it real quick. So when I send you the picture, you can
Yeah,
edit
go
it.
ahead, go ahead.
So
Give him some
so
context.
I last minute switched to Blackbeard, like on the plane. So this was like day one of me testing Blackbeard, and I was like, I understand how to play against Bonnie, but like, could you just do me a favor and just help me like just play a couple games so I can like make sure I got it? You know what I'm saying? And Pete was a nice guy, and he was able to do it. He was high as fuck when he was doing it, but he was playing the game. And bro, the board
Hey,
like
but low-key,
literally
I was locking in, bro. I was locking in.
no, he was locking in, but he was high. But like it was just funny because literally it was like an absolute slaughter. Like I had like 7 cards in hand. I had like Laboon, Dot Q, 7 cost Teach, Van Augur, like three
Bro
life.
was
Like
playing fucking Rob
literally,
Lucci, dog. Like
literally
I mean,
anything he
Rob
played.
Lucci with no on plays.
Literally
Like,
anything he played was
fucking,
just dead. And then like he started laughing like as soon as I put down like the 7 cost teach, he's like, what am I fucking playing? Lucci with no on plays? Like this shit is impossible.
no, bro, the board state was actually like, like that board state. Like if it, the only other thing that's like closest to that was like when I topped in Shreveport. I was playing an L and this guy was playing Lucci and like the guy had a fucking tens on board, a jack, a laboon, and he was man cherry cycling Rebecca's on me, bro. Like that like bro, that is like the most helpless. Like those 2 games I will like remember for the rest of my life because that shit felt fucking horrible. Like I was like every time the guy did something to remove something, I would just laugh just like when you were fucking doing it, bro. I was just laughing at this guy, and he's like, "Dude, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Nah." Like, bro, what am I supposed to do, bro?
You're
Like,
just swinging 5 at Monstery and he's just blocking with Rebecca and then bringing it back.
yeah, Rebecca's dying for her sins, bro. Like, I had
Bro,
at one point I had to swing 12 with a fucking NL, and then he just like next turn he fucking had the tens on, and he like leader ability fucking reduce it down like uh 2 cost and then just pops it with Jack and I was just like this is so funny, bro.
bro,
All right,
it's also funny because you were swinging like I remember like when the game was over, you swung like 10 into my fucking Van Augur and I drew a card and I just played Kuzan and brought it back. Oh shit, man.
It almost feels like to me that the community kind of pull you back into the game. Also, and like you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it also feels like to me that like you going to Nats and like having all those like positive interactions with people and hanging out with the boys, and that seemed like it kind of like like ignited that flame in you where you're like, you know what, maybe I will go back to YouTube and you know make some content, you know, at your own pace and distance, of course, right? Like you know, we're both vets, so you know, pace and distance, right? It's like you're on a fucking running profile. You do what you can do, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like the community and like as shitty as Bandai Card Fest was,
I was awful,
you
yeah.
know, it was so bad. As shitty as it was, it seems like that kind of like revitalized like you coming back to the game and then you kind of like getting back onto making content again.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Would you
You
agree?
want to know what it was? Yeah, you want to know what it was? Is right before I left, I was telling my girlfriend, she's an amazing woman. But I'm so blessed to have her in my life. But I was telling my girlfriend that uh, the older that we get, because she's about to be she's 22, so I'm like a couple years older than her. I just turned 27. so a little bit of an age gap. But
Hmm.
I kept telling her like the older that you
Yeah.
get, the less opportunities, like particularly for guys, but like this happens with girls a lot too. The less opportunity that you have to like not only compete but like have a sense of community. And when I
Yeah.
was
I agree.
playing, because I mean, and this can kind of relate to a lot of people, is I was playing the game, or I'm sorry, not the back in the day in high school, like we played sports, right? And then we went to school, we hung out with our friends, played sports, like whatever, right? Hung out at the skate park, whatever we did. And then when we go off to college, you have the same thing. Or if you don't go to college, I went to the military. You have your homies in basic training, and then AIT, and then you have your friends at your unit, and you just build this like sense of community. And you're, especially when you're in the army, you're like kind of trying
Yeah.
to better your life. Getting awards on your ERB, like competing in competitions. I was competing in like Soldier of the Month, Soldier of the Year, shit like that. Like I was doing really good things in the
It's
military.
awesome.
And when you get out of the military, you're like, okay, where is that sense of community? Some people join rec leagues, which is I'm actually interested in doing that, like playing like basketball at some like adult
Yeah.
league, because I'm actually pretty good at basketball. Funny enough, um, and so, but I was telling my girlfriend, it's like what. A lot of people just lose out on that sense of like belonging and sense of purpose. And me, I'm very competitive, right? I've always been competitive. I played Halo 3 competitively. I played Gears of War competitively. I played Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, Hearthstone, like all and now it's like, what do I do now? Like where's my competitive like fervor? Like what's scratching that itch? So I was telling my girlfriend that I was like, even if I don't really like the game that much right now, it's still fun to go out there and like hang out with people that are all trying to shoot for the same thing, like trying to win nationals. And I think that's really cool. And so while the set is absolutely fucking dog shit, going and spending time with my friends and having those positive interactions and seeing kind of this might sound like conceited, but it felt like I talked to like 100 people over the course of the weekend. They're like, man, I wish you would come back. Like, I really miss like your style of videos and the way that you would break things down and analyze them, and your guides or this or that, whatever, right? One guy said he missed my voice. I thought it was kind of funny. Um,
That was like kind of.
and yeah,
That's sussy, bro.
hey, dude, if you wanna glock, shout out to my homie if you're trying to.
Yeah,
No,
hey, dude,
but
whatever you
dude,
want.
like you really fucking miss it. And so when I was hanging out with you and the boys, all throughout Dallas, I was like, damn, am I really going to just like never do this again? And I kept telling myself, I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. And throughout
I
the
don't
weekend,
need
I was
it.
like,
I
man,
definitely
yeah.
don't need
Every
it.
time, every time I saw some like dumbass shit happen, like I saw this guy, I was like, I was watching after one of my games ended. This guy lost to a fucking like mole gun trigger. This other person lost to like some fucking zero cost NL trigger. I'm like, bro. Thank God I don't play this shit anymore, bro. I'm like looking at these people losing these games, and I'm actually getting mad for them. I'm like, fuck this fucking game, bro. And then at the end of the weekend, when I'm saying goodbye to my homies, I'm like, damn, I want to do this again, bro. So if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna might as well like kind of start doing all the things I used to do again. Maybe not as consistently because it's not my full time job anymore.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna make videos that I feel like making. Sorry, that was like a
yeah,
long
and
answer,
like,
but.
dude, no, bro, that's perfect, bro. I love that. I'd rather you go in detail, in detail, and break shit down, because then like people will really understand like your point of view on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Also, the PY pudding video was fucking so funny. Like that is actually
Oh,
like
the Phineas and Ferb.
the
I don't know if
Phineas
a lot
and
of people
Ferb show.
got
So
that, bro. Yeah, there's 104 days till summer vacation. School comes along
killed it.
just to end it. Right? Yeah. That shit. I was like, I don't know if people are gonna get this honestly, but I don't know, bro. Making skits is like funny in the beginning. Like I've always loved making skits. Like whenever Dofi Sokka got banned, and then Dofi kind of like low key kind of died. Making those
Yeah.
videos is so like the little skit things. I think is fucking hilarious. I don't think
Oh,
a lot of
dude,
people
they're
do that.
so good, bro. No, that's just yeah. Like I told you too, dude. Like when I texted you and like not to put like your personal shit out there, but like when I text
Put
you,
my
I'm
number
like,
on here.
hey, yeah, it's gonna be posted right above me, guys. Don't worry, you guys can hit him up. You call him for any advice, bro. He'll answer,
Yeah.
I promise. But no,
Yeah.
like I just texted you, like I told you, you have a gift, bro. Like you're really good in front of the video. Like you're very creative. Like you always find different ways to deliver things. The way you deliver, information is really well articulated. So like I said, you have a gift, bro, and I'd like to see you back on that and working on it and doing it again because like I would hate to see that go to waste because I really am like I may be older than you, but I do look up to you in the sense of like you in this space, right? Like I like I strive to be a content creator like you. You know what I'm saying? So
Thanks, man.
I think yeah, you're welcome. So that being said,
Yeah.
the last
Well, I
question
was
about
gonna
the
say,
comeback. Oh no, go ahead, please.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, um, I really think that a lot of people can do what I do. If I mean, honestly, if we're being honest, I would say 70% of my shtick, like my thing, is just being good at the game. Like
I mean
if you're
that's
good at the
fair, but
yeah, like if you're good at the game and you have a palatable personality, I think honestly, I'm pretty replaceable, man. Like I'm a pretty
no,
average dude
I
in
don't
that
think that's
regard.
true. I will agree to disagree with you, Joey. I think you're very good at the game, but I don't think you should undercut yourself either. Like you're creative and like I said, you do really well at articulating things on the camera, like in kind of like a professional manner but also like in your own way, right? You're not delivering it in like a lecture hall, like a boring like when you're like breaking down concepts, you're like animated, you're like you make fucking jokes to yourself, which like that I think that's so funny because when I'm like watching you talk through your sim shit, like I kind of laugh to myself because I'm like because I know like how content creation goes. You're literally like talking to yourself and laughing at yourself watching you play in the game. So
Bro,
like I
that
understand
that
that.
that pudding video, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
why did I take? Bro, when I took that live,
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Why
to
the
be fair,
fuck did I take this?
I was watching TV, so I probably wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Like
was like
distracted by
not a good
TV.
play, bro.
But
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying.
that's
Like,
fine, man. I appreciate you saying that though.
yeah, of course. So just to wrap this little segment up, what do you think feels different now compared to when you left?
Damn, that's a good question, bro. Your pods have always had some great questions. Like in terms of just what, like the game or like myself or what do you think?
Just in general, like I mean, nothing really feels different. Gum Gum Giant is still fucking a menace. UP Luffy is fucking still incredibly strong. So I guess like as far as the meta goes, like you just throw in and then you throw in fucking Zoro. That deck makes me want to put my head through my fucking walls.
Yeah,
Eh,
yeah. So as far as the game goes, nothing has changed right now. I think PRB is going to be fucking terrible. I really
but yeah,
it's gonna be the same meta. I think EBO2 through PRB2 is probably some of the worst. I think honestly,
worst metas that we've ever had.
I'd rather go back to Whitebeard format than this format right here. I think it's been so fucking terrible, the like how the meta has been. Um, a huge reason also that I forgot to mention why I did come back is because before I made my first video back, I was like kind of checking out OP13, and I was playing Emu, I was playing Ace, I was playing Red Black Sabo is also really good, by the way. I have a video coming out on that pretty soon. But I was like, damn, OP13 actually looks kind of fun and it looks kind of skillful for the most part. So maybe like if I am gonna play a little bit more, maybe I can kind of maybe focus more on OP13. Obviously, it's a little far out right now, so I'm gonna try to make some PRB videos, like at least a couple. I don't think I'm gonna post as consistently as I was. I was posting like every day or every other day. Maybe like once or twice a week, maybe a couple more if I'm feeling it. But I guess what's changed, the game hasn't changed yet. I'm hoping it does with OP13. But with me, man, like I really just the pressure to not make video or the pressure to make videos that I don't want to make is no longer there. If I
That's
don't
good.
want to make a video, I'm not going to post it. And back before, because it was pretty much my full-time job, I was going to do that. And yeah, I'm not going to do that. However, I am excited to make videos again. So that feels different. because in
Yeah.
the past I wasn't excited to make them. But when I did the tier list with Vivi Theory, I kept looking at all these decks and I was like, okay, Pudding's kind of interesting, Koala's kind of interesting, Blue Green Sanji. Like, there's like a lot of decks that when I talked about them, I was like, okay, like this could be a cool video, you know. So I guess that's
Hmm.
pretty much the only thing that feels different necessarily, you know.
Yeah. I will say, like on a personal level, I think the difference to me, like personally, you seem way more grounded now, and I maybe that has a lot to you maybe getting a little more serious with your girlfriend because now obviously like the backdrop's different. We don't see Baxter on the bed. We see a coffee table and some things
No,
hanging
no, no.
up.
This isn't. I'm not living with my girlfriend now. I'm staying with a friend until my apartment's ready
Okay.
next month. Yeah, yeah. But sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Well, but I no no you're fine. But like I don't know if like like you getting more serious with your girlfriend maybe is like grounding you a bit, but you do seem like a lot more like grounded, level headed. Not that you were hot headed before, but like you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, can
There
I
there's like a different like swagger.
Yeah, man, can I say something real quick about that? Is
Absolutely.
this is going to be a little, I guess, a little deep, a little personal, but I've always been very like up and down like my entire life because I'm bipolar obviously. Before I didn't know it, and I thought I was like just fucking insane. Now that I know it, I'm still like up and down, but I try my best to manage it. But I didn't really have a lot of friends when I was a kid. I didn't get my first girlfriend until I lost like a ton of weight in high school and started playing like sports and getting more popular. So I didn't get my first girlfriend until I was like 16. And every girlfriend I've had has been fucking horrible. Like, I know I have my problems, but these guys, not these guys, these girls, Freudian slip right there, right? These girls that I've dated were
Bro.
just terrible people, bro. Straight up terrible people. And
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I like gave up, but like I became more accustomed to like playing the game. I was just fucking just being a fuck boy, bro. I would be like talking to girls, like
Been
sleep
there.
with them, never talk to them again, like whatever it was, right? And um before I met her name is Marone. She's a like before I met her, I was just in a couple of like just up like on and off like situationships, I would say. And that's not
Situationship.
good. That's not good for your fucking like your psyche, man. When you're just constantly like
No, it's
fighting with
not.
someone and like breaking up, getting back together. Oh, is she cheating on me? Am I gonna cheat on her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's like no trust in relationships. That shit, it really takes a toll on you. And for a long time, up until I met Marone, even a couple months into meeting Marone, and starting to date her, I just really thought that I was just content being by myself and not like wanting to deal with all the bullshit that is in relationships, like living the
Yeah.
bachelor life, not having to tell someone where you're at, not feeling bad for going to the bar, right? But her and I are so happy together, and we're so like we've experienced so much shit together. We're like, um, having that adventure. Like today, we just went to the Hoover Dam. We did like a little hiking before
That's
that.
awesome.
We did like a 5 mile trail. Then she made lunch. She like packed a lunch. We did like a picnic that overlooked I think it's called Boulder Beach or some shit. It was like a really nice view. And she knows I like to play blackjack, so she fucking brought some cards and casino chips and was like, we were playing blackjack at the picnic table, and
That's
she
fun,
was the
bro.
dealer. She was the dealer. I was like trying to win money, and I was fucking losing, bro. She was making me mad. She was taking my money, bro. She was flipping over like fucking 6 card 21s, bro. She was crazy, and but like I was thinking because after it was like a long ass day, bro. I mean, we were out from 6 a.m. till like 2 p.m., and so we were taking a nap,
Nice.
back at my back here, and I was like, damn, I fucking love this girl so much, man. And we've been together almost 5 months now, but things like I've never been more at peace with someone in my entire life, and yeah, that does make a big difference. And you said the same about your wife, right? I mean, your wife is like your
But
rock.
yeah, she is. Yeah, dude, my wife's seen me at my best, seen me at my absolute worst. I mean, when I was a fucking severe alcoholic, she's still stuck by my side, you know, and like helped me through all that shit. So having a good woman in your corner and like having a good support system changes a lot of things in your life. Like like even on my shittiest days, I know I get to see my wife at the end of the day, you know, and then now I have my little crotch goblins too, and those, as much as they drive me nuts, you know, like they're
Yeah.
also like my entire life, you know.
Yeah.
So it really is important, man. Like when you, because the bachelor life is fun until you get home and you're home alone and you're like, damn, you know, like you take that brief moment and you're like, I it's just me and four walls, you know, like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
and having someone to do things like with is, I think, is really cool. Having someone to experience life with is
Yeah,
great. I've sorely lacked on adventure, I would say. This is turning into a deep podcast, and I hope you're okay with it. But I
yeah,
grew
no,
up really
oh, I
poor.
don't care, bro.
I grew up really poor when I was a kid, so I never really got to like go anywhere necessarily. So that's part of the reason why I love One Piece, is because I can travel and go to places I've never really been to before, or if I've been to before, it's like I love traveling. It's a lot of fun. I love getting on. I mean, I don't like getting on a plane, but I like just like being
Nah,
able
it
to
freaks
be
me out,
somewhere
but
one day and then be somewhere else another day. You know, it's great.
yeah.
You know, having someone to like experience life with for the first time. That was my first time seeing the Hoover Dam. Um, when we went hiking at Mount Charleston during the snow, it was my first
Hmm.
time hiking in the snow. It was a really good time. We were like throwing snowballs at each other, like having someone to experience things. We're going to Zion National Park this month
Oh,
actually.
nice, dude.
Yeah, I think in like a
That's
couple
sick.
weeks. Yeah, like having
That's
having
like
that
my favorite
ability.
time of the year too.
Yeah, I've never been there. Having someone to fucking to experience stuff with is great, and I'm sorely like lacking in the adventure in my life. I'm actually going to visit Drew. Drew's birthday is next week, so I'm going to Sacramento and hanging out with him for his birthday.
I'm gonna make
And
sure
it's
I say
just
happy birthday.
for sure, man. Yeah, it's cool, man. Having that sense of like belonging and purpose and experiencing together, I think is so fucking cool, man. Especially if
Yeah,
it's like with a girl
yeah,
that you
and
love.
yeah, I totally understand you because I was poor too growing up. I think my first trip ever was like after I graduated high school, like almost before I joined the army. I
Hmm.
went on a well, the first time I went on a trip with my mom, I went on a trip with my dad because he was in the army and I had money, and my mom's working at Walgreens, you know, for most of my life. She worked there 20 years. And then they fired her, bitch ass motherfuckers.
That
But
happened with my
yeah,
mom
like,
at
I
Toys
went on
R
a trip
Us.
to Virginia. It was the first summer. Toys R Us is so good, it's coming back.
Hmm.
Well, so I guess let's like let's talk about, you know, kind of like a meta analysis and maybe a deck talk. This is kind of going to be, we can kind of talk about PRBO2 even though it's like complete dog shit, but honestly I'm more interested in kind of talking about OP13 because that's me personally, that's what I'm looking forward to. Like I don't really have a dog in the fight PRBO2,
Yeah.
honestly, because my next regional isn't until like mid December, and that's gonna be OP13 legal. So and I plan on playing the fuck out of Ace. That deck is fucking so good. So
Yeah, it's
my
it's it's
question
really
is,
strong.
what decks are you testing right now, and why? Although you did talk about some of the decks that you were testing and why you're testing them. However, um, we can talk about that, and then that can be for, you know, obviously whatever you're testing right now for PRB and into future sets.
Yeah, man. So I've been testing against so for PRB exclusively, and let me know, like, I guess well, you're probably not playing PRB, so we can talk more for
Yeah, no,
OP13 for
I
you,
mean,
but PRB,
yeah.
I'm not having any fun really. I want to play in a couple of just online regionals because I want to top because I haven't topped in. I haven't really. I've only played in 2 tournaments in like 6 months. But it would be nice. It was nationals and Vegas regional because I live in Vegas. Um, and neither of the decks I played I necessarily liked. For Vegas, I played like fucking um GP, which was like not a fun deck in my opinion, and also like a luck deck with just how many giants you draw, especially in the mirror. Um, and then with with Texas Nationals, I played Blackbeard, which I didn't really even want to play. It's just I didn't really feel comfortable with Bonnie because of just how bricky it is. So I've been playing a lot of blue green Sanji on the sim because I'm considering going to buy some cards to play it, but I wanted to make sure that it actually had viable like matchups into Zoro and Rayleigh and UP and all these other decks. So I'm interested in playing that. As far as or YG Law, I gotta test out the YG Law. I'm pretty much just hoping to dodge. You're hoping to dodge. What is it called? Zoro with YG Law. Now,
Yeah, but
I
you
guess
shouldn't see that deck much, to be honest, right?
no
Or
Zoro.
no,
Zoro.
GY, you will see Zoro. No, sorry, I got
Yeah.
mixed up there.
So
I
yeah,
misheard you.
yeah. I'm either gonna try to like find some way to like make the Zoro matchup easier, like maybe play Arlongs in GY Law, something like that, or I'm going to just play like Sanji or whatever, right? So as far as PRB's trash, right? I'm sure you know that. OP13.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good playable cards. Like, I don't want people to get the misconception, but the meta itself is dog shit. Like,
The
it doesn't
cards that
really
released
change
are
anything.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of really good cards, like the 4-drop Luffy, the 4-drop Marco. The Boa is interesting. I think it's a 5/7. That's kind of like an interesting yellow card. I'd be interested to kind of fuck around and play with that. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like we get the promo law that you get to play in Kid. And like the reprints are really good for the game. Like helps it be a little more affordable. But like as far as the meta goes, like you're saying, it's just bad. Also, like off topic, you said you're gonna buy cards. I have 2 sealed Sanji and Zoro decks, dude, right here, bro.
I think I have. Well, I think I have the lead. The only thing I would need is the leader. I would need like
So,
basically just commons and rares,
but
and
good
like I don't
cards.
I don't have secret bonnies. I don't have Mihawks. I would need basically like all the shit that I sold out of my cards completely, so I don't have anything pretty much.
I remember.
I would need
Yeah.
Cavendishes, I would need VVs, I would need X Drakes, fucking blocker laws, DMG, shit like that. But as far as OP13 goes, I do think Ace is very strong, and this could be me being ignorant in the fact that um I'm letting anecdotal evidence kind of take away or kind of I'm letting anecdotal evidence form my opinion on the meta. But I have played a lot of games with Emu, and in the beginning, when I played a couple games with Emu before I kind of tweaked my deck list, I was having a really hard
Hmm.
time into Ace, and because Ace is good into Emu. But now since I'm starting to play the
Yeah.
blockers, like I'm playing the low cost blockers, I honestly haven't
Yeah.
really lost to Ace that much, man. Like and I'm gonna have a Metafy guide coming out on Emu, but I think Emu might actually be close to tier 0. I think it's gonna be like Emu, and then like Bello Betty is gonna come in and
It's
like
really
try to
good.
grief people. Like it's gonna be Bello Betty
Yeah,
coming in
I
and
think,
trying to grief
but
people.
it, and that's a problem too. Like if Bello Betty comes, well, I don't know because like as if you can weather the storm with Ace against Bello Betty, you just played 10-12 blockers and you say, okay, what do you do now, right? Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to weather the storm though because you're a 3 life leader against a deck that makes you a
yeah,
5k instead of a
exactly,
3k.
right,
So that's gonna be
right,
tough.
yeah. The
But
fucking Karasus are the
realistically,
huge problem.
yeah, it's the Karasu's, but you have a ton of fucking counter because of your leader effect outright. You have the blocker Marco, which draws you cards.
Yeah,
So realistically, you should be kind of fine. Um, it just feels like Emu is
this
so
leader.
fucking strong because if they drop Tax Beard, it's like okay, I'll
Yeah,
just play another Elder, I'll play another 10 drop, and I might not be able to attack this turn. But I can swing with my leader and the nose Juro when it comes out in rush. So I have like an 8/8 or
oh
whatever,
yeah, yeah,
right? But like they can't remove any of your shit, and if you play it correctly, you're gonna have like the Saint Peter, the Jupiter, come out, and
oh
you're gonna
yeah,
swing
yeah,
like
yeah.
8. You're gonna swing like 8 or 7/7 or whatever, like or 8/8, whatever it is, and one of your guys is gonna draw a card after it attacks, and it just feels like Taxbeard like doesn't really do anything because you have to drop it like super fucking late, and if you drop it super late, it like doesn't do anything. If you drop it late, it doesn't do anything because you have to like chain drop it like 2 to 3 times for it to really have any effect. And I feel like even if you do drop it, we can get you low enough with our nose Juros and with our early pressure with Jupiter because you guys don't have any removal to deal with Jupiter. So you have to like swing into us.
Yeah,
So if we're
true.
smart, if the Emu is playing correctly, you're just swinging like 7/7/7 8 and then saving a Dawn up for your fucking events, and they swing into your guys, you block with like the blocker, draw a card, they swing into your other guy, and usually you guys don't have a lot of bodies on the board, right? So you like 4K
Yeah, right.
event out of 4K event out of whatever like 7 or 8K attack you do into that. And on
Hmm.
the following turn you have another like 8 and then you play the fucking 10 drop, and then you fucking, you know what I'm saying, you go into another 8 and then another
Yeah.
8, and it just feels like really fucking strong, bro. So like while Ace is really good, I think Emu, if you're playing it correctly, which is I don't know if I am, because like I said, I'm still new to the deck, but I haven't really lost to a lot of Ace players, man. What do you think? What do you think the meta's gonna look like?
I think that it's kind of fucking unironic, right? Like when they were like, "Oh my God, King of the Pirates, 7K leader," and the like everyone was like, "Dude, that's gonna be the deck. Like that's gonna be the fucking tier 0 deck. Like it's gonna be crazy." And then we got the effect and the support, which like the support is really strong for it.
I
But
think
I
Roger's
like
good.
unironically, I think he's good. But I think that UP is probably going to be still a huge problem, especially when we get the Roger promo. I don't know. The Roger promo kind of makes the thing pretty good. I think I think Zoro may still have like a spot in the meta just because of like rest swing into things is good. And then I obviously Ace and Emu, like those are like the four decks that I foresee like being in the top. And then obviously, like you said, Bello Betty's it's gonna have another resurgence, right? Because like 3 life, it kind of destroys like 6K leaders in the sense that it can just like go wide with a bunch of weenies and fucking crack you in the jaw like 15 times, right? Like
Think
they
it's
do
gonna
not
be. I
care.
think Ace is gonna be more okay into it than you, because UP has a really weak early game, and so does like GP.
Yes.
Not GP doesn't have a weak early game, but they have a weak early game in terms of countering, because their
Yeah, I
deck plays so
agree.
many bricks that they need time to kind of filter it out and like play their bodies. Whereas like I feel
Filter the
like
deck, yeah.
Ace is a lot better at just like have, because Ace, the second he takes a life, he draws a card, right? This, if you put a dot
Yes.
on yourself and then play fucking Marco, you're drawing 3 cards. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yes, sir.
it seems like Ace will have a more favorable, not maybe not a favorable matchup in Bello, but I think it'll be more
Yeah, I see
tolerable.
what you're saying though.
Yeah. So if Ace is a decent matchup into Bello, and Emu can play enough blockers to kind of like weather the storm, as you said, I do believe
Hmm.
that Bello won't sneak up in the meta, because if Bello is only like 55-45 into Ace, or 60-40, whatever it is, and it's like
Yeah.
55-45 into Emu, it's not that one. Like if it's barely favored into two of the best decks, I don't think it's going to see a lot of resurgence, because it's like you're doing all that to potentially run into Zoro, and like Zoro apparently is like
Yeah,
a
Zoro
eighty
just
twenty. Apparently it's like
I mean, dude,
unwinnable
I
for
couldn't
like
even see
Bello.
it be close. Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
how it could be.
Yeah. Cause so like if you're barely favored into Emu and Ace, which means like both of them can still win hypothetically,
Right,
and you
yeah,
get
of
destroyed
course.
by Zoro, which is like another like really good card in the meta, I don't see Bello making a huge resurgence. It could. I'm not entirely sure. As far as Roger goes, I think Roger's a really strong deck, and this could just be me basing my opinion on anecdotal evidence. But on the simulator, both UP and Roger have the promo, the promo Roger, and for
Yeah,
me, it still feels like I'm just destroying them. I'm like cracking them, because
yep,
the only time I've ever lost to like UP or Roger is if they just like fucking Roger you, like they just like they ramp on every single turn, and they're at 10 dawn and you're at 6 dawn, and they're just like dropping bodies and they being like a 9K, 8K, 10K leader, whatever it is, and you're
yeah,
like, okay, this is really fucking tough. But if they're not doing that, it seems like, especially UP, bro, UP has the same issue where they're so slow in the early game that like Emu is pretty slow too, but once you get to your 7 dawn turn and you drop Jupiter, you're swinging like 8-8-8, and then hold, and then they have to swing into your guys. They literally have to, because if they try to swing into your life and rush you
yeah.
down,
Because if not, they
you
just
play
die.
you play too much counter. And if they try to swing into your guys, it's like, okay, I'm going into my 9 Dawn turn. If I can, do whatever, right? Let's say I save like one guy and then like let one guy die, whatever. I still have 3 8s coming at you. So I'm swinging 8 draining cards from your hand, getting the fucking Dawn out, draining the resource, whatever it is. And then you still have to attack into them again. Because if you try to rush me down, I'm going to swing 8 again. And I'm going to play the 10 drop. And I'm going to swing 8 fucking again, and I'm gonna have a full board that you have to deal with. So I don't know, man. It seems like Roger and UP are like, they're still good decks, but it just seems that Emu is so fucking tanky with the 3K event that we play, the 4K event that we play, and the blockers. Not only the I don't know what the 4 cost blocker is. I think is that
it Saint Saturn?
I think it's Saturn, right? Whatever. No, I think Saturn's the searcher. One of them's a blocker. Whichever one that is.
It's one of the
Charles. I don't know. Yeah. Not only that, but people are playing the fucking the Celestial Dragon blockers, and they're just a 2-drop chump blocker. So you're playing that early, and if they swing, 9 at you, you just block. If they swing 8 at you, you give them the 4K event. If they, if you have 7 cards in the trash, they swing 8 at you again, you just block and draw a card. It just seems like you're too fucking tanky for them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Emu is definitely like an interesting deck. I think it's definitely a high skill ceiling deck for sure. Like if you're a strong player, and then you can really like if you can pilot that deck well. I think that like you have the potential, like you have very very high potential for like top 8s, top 16s. You're gonna see it win a regional a lot, and I also think that, and this like you said, like I don't really know because I haven't played the deck, so I wouldn't know how the mirror goes, and I haven't really watched any mirrors, but I feel like that emo mirror is gonna kind of how you felt about the Dofi mirror, right? Like I feel like it's gonna be like a really really high skill gap. Type of play.
I think so. It seems I haven't played a ton of mirrors because people, bro, this is actually crazy, bro. Every time I hop in a mirror, it's either like the room fails. You know what I'm talking about when you try to join a room and it just failed. It's either that or as soon as I hop in a mirror, they fucking quit, like because they don't want to play the mirror, which is like crazy to me. Because I'm like, bro, if
bad
you're trying
because
to
you
play
need that experience, bro.
Yeah. Bro, and you don't know this. You don't know. Wait, you did meet Coco. Coco Lopez.
Yeah, I met Coco.
Not only a friend of mine, but he's one of the best players I've ever like played with. He's really fucking good. Him and I would practice the Dofi mirrors like all the time. And I'm very confident to say there's only probably 3 to 4 other people in the entire world that could like beat me consistently in a Dofi mirror. And he's one of those people. Now, I think we went 50-50. We were both consistently beating each other. But what we were talking about is we would play in regionals and we would like sit down next to someone and they'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm so bad in the mirror." Like, and they're playing Dofi, and we're like, "How? Like, how do you not put all of your time into the Dofi mirror?" And practice that because it takes up 50% of the fucking meta. So if you're literally like not comfortable playing half the meta, you're like trolling, bro. Like you're literally fucking trolling. So, bro, in fact, I'm going to go as far as to say I've played like 12 or 13 mirror matches in the regionals that I played in. I was mostly playing like BYs and Luchis. I didn't play a lot of Dofi mirrors. But of like the 12 or 13 that I played in all the regionals that I topped in and all the treasure cups I've topped in, and I had 3 top 8s on Dofi and like a couple top 64s, 2 top 32s, shit like that. I was like 11 of 13 in the mirror, and one of the games is because I fucking accidentally played Kaido when he had 4 life, and I was like, oh shit. So like,
my bad.
That was it. That was literally 8.5, like right when I came back from my break. And the second one was when I played the guy at Dallas One Piece Day when I got my top 8. I played the guy round 5 that ended up winning the entire tournament on Dofi, and my hand was like Jozu, grab blade, Jozu. Like I had like no plays. So he beat me. Yeah. Obviously, I was like super bricked up, but that guy also was like really fucking good, and he ended up winning the entire event. So like I'm not really like tripping about losing to that. But I guess I say all that to say this. You need to practice the Emu matchup if you are going to play Emu. And if you try to like, if you are bad in the Emu matchup, you should not play the deck. Straight up.
Yeah, no, I really think like those are I think Ace and Emu are gonna be two decks I'm gonna have built, like competitive wise, because like I have goals for this like upcoming, I guess you can call it season or you know,
Yeah.
I want obviously I want to qualify again for Nats. I would love to do that. If I don't, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm really interested in Emu and Ace. Just like I just feel like the Emu probably has more of like a high skill ceiling than I think Ace does, because like you kind of just like live and die by the 8 cost event. You know, I am Whitebeard, played 10-12,
No, man,
give 2
Ace.
rested
I
here.
played a
Two,
lot of
I
Ace
mean,
too, and I think it's actually not like a helmet deck. It's actually a little bit tougher than people
I don't think
might
it's a
think.
helmet deck. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a helmet deck, but I'm saying like I feel like for Emu the skill ceiling is a bit higher than Ace, because like I think you have to manage
I think the
resources
floor is higher with
much
Ace
better.
with Emo too, though. In
Yeah,
I think Emu's floor
fair.
is so high. I don't think Emu takes a lot of skill. I haven't really played a lot of the mirror matches, but so far it seems like you counter everything, and then that's pretty much it. I don't think it takes like a ton of skill necessarily.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think where it's gonna take like skill is like, you know, say we're in a 10 round regional. I think once you start hitting round probably 5 or 6, I think that's where you're gonna start to have like a huge skill gap, right? Like that's where you're gonna really see like the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that I yeah, I mean you're probably right. Like I said, I haven't really played too much of the deck.
Like me either. Like in all fairness, like I have been watching like a lot of like I don't know why for some reason I'm like obsessed with these like videos that are just like just strictly in Japanese. I don't even know what the words say. Like the title is in Japanese. I'm on like Japanese YouTube, bro, and I am just like
Oh
watching them
shit.
play. But like I know what the cards are and I know what they do, so like I'm just like watching and kind of like analyzing. Well, like the meta seems really fun to me. Like that, like in my
Yeah.
opinion, I am really looking forward to 13. Like PRB, cool, whatever. Like I'm gonna buy probably a box and then buy all my singles, and then like I don't give 2 fucks about it. I don't collect like that. The only thing I collect is leaders anyway, like altar leaders. But other than that, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I am excited about that meta for sure.
Okay. Yeah, man. Um
But we can start wrapping it up here.
yeah, man, that'd be cool cuz my homies just
Yeah.
go.
Yep, I got you. Yeah, so before we wrap it up, where can we find you? You know, i.e. like, you know, what socials? Obviously YouTube. Is there anything else? Are you thinking about potentially branching out to Twitch?
I just remade my Twitter after I deleted my other one. So,
Okay, all right.
yeah,
So we're back on
I'll send you a
Twitter.
link to that. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. I don't think so. Maybe YouTube. I don't know. I don't really like streaming though, honestly. It's not like super like I'll do it sometimes because I want to play some games and you know
Yeah, hang out and
yeah,
cut
like
up.
hang out, but I'm not really like a huge fan of that. I might. I don't know. Shit. I don't know.
All right. Well, so that being said, what's next for Mr. Heart Pirates TCG? I mean, not Heart Pirates TCG. What's next?
October 5th is the online regional. I'm going to play in that. I believe I'm gonna play Zoro Sanji, but we'll see. I could be playing
Yeah.
YG Law. I have no idea. I'm gonna let the gods decide, just like they decided on Blackbeard for Nats. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man.
All right. Well, that's good. I appreciate you coming on again. Hopefully, this is like, I feel like this is already leagues better with the headphones. That was like a clutch call out. But
Yeah.
thank you for giving your time, man. It's always fun talking to you, Joey, and cutting up. And I can't wait for people to hear this. And I'll put all your socials in there. Plug them if they aren't already following, guys. Make sure if you got this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help boost us up in the algorithm. Let's
Yeah.
get Joey up to 11K subs. And yeah, dude, maybe
I'll
you'll be
promote
like
this
the
too for
first.
you. Shout,
I
give it a
appreciate you,
shout out
bud.
to you. Yeah,
Hey,
man. This is great.
maybe you'll be the first 3-time guest, buddy.
Hey, that's an honor, bro. That's an honor. All right, man. Take
All
it
right.
easy, bro.
I appreciate you. Have a good night.
You too.